Doodly-doo-dee-doo. Alright. Mud hinge. There's a big shiny treasure chest. I'm going to ignore it and wait on that tussock over there. What's a tussock? Big clump of grass or small hill. That's not the important here. What about that treasure chest? Are you sure that's what a tussock is? I thought that was a cassock. No, that's a thing priests wear, like a close-fitting robe. You're thinking of a Cossack. This is a cassock. Not a Cossack. That's a 17th century Eastern European cavalry soldier. I'm pretty sure you mean cavalry. Alright, yeah, that's it. I'm done. Forget the chest. There's no chest anymore. Just get on to the next thing. Sheesh, touchy. I'm not the one who doesn't know what words mean. Such a clean booth for such a muddy hinge. And I've just remembered how tedious this quest is, and I'm not interested in it at the moment. Each of those mud hinge places is a portal. I'm coughing. As you're around a clump of mangrove trees, or whatever kind of trees these are, you come face to face with a bearded gator man and his big filthy sack. I should clarify, it's a burlap sack, and it doesn't have a face, just the gatorman. Oops, buy sack, 139 meat, sale final. Gatorman skin pants, gator cheese. You're going to choose not to interrogate which the biological means by which this is produced. And a nasty pastry. Man observes you with monk-like serenity. Talk to him. Looks like you set up quite the trading post. Other man shakes his head. Paul can't speak. Can't or won't? Don't. How'd you become mute, Paul? That's a very personal question. Sorry. Ain't a problem. It's just a hobby of mine to make observations on the nature of questions. He lost his tongue in a poker game. That's awful. Back home, we play our strip poker high stakes or not at all. Can we trade? Alright, condensed swamp gas. Ooh, that's a nice bonus. Crowbar. Do I have a crowbar? I have 2 already. Pickaxe. I don't believe I have a pickaxe. Could be wrong. Powerful grits. Increase muscle by 1. Not that powerful. It does the same thing as all my other stuff. Armor for my hat. Sharpening stone adds bonus damage to a weapon. I've already got plenty of Gatorman skin pants. Condensed swamp gas. Imagine if Reader's Digest branched out into the sewer treatment industry. Alright. Open the sack. It's empty. It's only made of genuine leather. It does not contain genuine leather. The ambiguity is clear now, and the person responsible for the original description has been sacked. I wouldn't go in there if I were you. Why? Might not like what you see. Rotten egg. Told you it weren't a pretty sight. I was looking forward to eating egg all day, and come dinner time only went and bloody dropped it. Is that a gator egg? No, I think it's from a dog. Sorry for your loss. I bet. Careful of him, or he might tan your hide. Something to say about the dead gator? Swear I didn't know he was a mailman. Wouldn't never intentionally harm a mailman. I would never I never accused you of killing a mailman. Aw, hell, me and my big mouth. He was in the way, you understand? Had no idea he was a mailman. Never would have touched a mailman if I'd known, and my brother, he had nothing to do with it. What's wrong with killing a mailman? Listen to yourself. I can tell you ain't a hunter, all right. Most any species is fair game for hunting, but mailman is protected by international treaty. Last hunter I knew who hunted a mailman got pulled up by the International Criminal Court and mailed to Mars. Is he okay? Obviously he ain't okay. Don't joke with me. That's a nightmare scenario for a hunter. Mailed to Mars? Sends shivers down my spine, it does. Who are you? Me. Ain't much to my story. I'm a hunter. Name of John Leathers, and if you can't tell from the accent, I'm from Albion. As a toddler, I hunted small game like mosquitoes and gnats. I don't even know where I got the word graduated. And then moved on to foxes and voles as I grew up. I like the game over here, but I got my eye on the greatest hunt of all. Humans? Big picture, I'd like to build a ladder to heaven so I can hunt the dinosaurs. More of a 5 to 10 year plan, though. I don't think that's how ladders or heaven works, but it's good to have a dream. Wouldn't it be more practical to build a time machine? That sounds ridiculous. He wipes his brow with a blade. Phew. Ain't never been asked so many questions before. You can talk the talk, but what on hunting the hunt? I got work needs doing, but I ain't going out there while they're searching the swamps for the sod that killed their mailman. They find me, I'm dead. You don't need to be a leatherman to know which way the wind blows. What are you asking me exactly? Working on important stuff for a project. I need 5 gator hides. Even know a place you might find them. Scoped it out myself. Couldn't be easier unless it was a smaller number of gator hides. Gatorman Village. What's the project? Not so fast. I need to know I can trust you. Any luck with those gator hides? Oh, I guess I accepted the quest automatically. Hill of Beans. Hunter's Beans. A veritable hill of them. Hill of Beans. Alright. Let's head to the Gatorman Village. Hear a commotion, or perhaps a tussle, or a good old-fashioned ruckus nearby. Investigating, you find several vampires have a gator man pinned to the ground or trying to vampirize him. Rah! Hold still, will you? His neck is all scaly and tough. Did someone bring a drill or a can opener or something? Leave that gator man alone. I won't stand for you vampires going around inflicting your undeadness or disease on innocent people. I think it's a disease. We aren't undeads? Not like a zombie or a skeleton anyway. The last necromancer was killed decades ago. Hey, stop that. Yeah, don't talk with your mouth full. I mean, stop biting that guy. Mine's business. He volunteered. Anyway, I'm finished. What? Really? Raw, drink blood, the big power. Yeah, he's a vampire gator now. Stands up with a terrible red glow in his eye. Drink blood, kill busybody. Uh-oh.
Vamp gator. Hey, don't you pick on my hex rock. He intends to attack my hex rock. I do not intend to... Ooh. I do not intend to put up with that crap, that's for sure. Shake it and throw it. Boom. Stabber. Right
in the gut. I got a hollow gator tooth. Vampirism does strange things to your teeth, and if your teeth are big to begin with, huge to begin with, there's a lot more room for strangeness. So it heals me, and a bottle of bloodshine. Oh, it's a combat item. No wonder I couldn't find it. I was wanting to double my moxie. But it's not a long-term boost potion. Okay, fine. One of those Gatorman campsites. Maybe one of those gators, the ones who kidnapped Charles, came this way? Campsite similar to the previous one. A lot of Gatorman tracks, a lot of discarded trash. Those Gatormen sure are slobs. You also find a 5/16 combination wrench labeled CW, so I'm on the right track. You already learned everything you're going to learn from this. These guys seem pretty focused on their meal, their after-meal hygiene, and their after-hygiene rest, respectively. Fight them.
Do not hit my little buddy, you jerks. +3 to all stats, +3 to all stats. $13 damage to all enemies. Boom. That's what you get for hitting my dog.
Swamp mushroom. Does not appear in any mycology books because mycologists famously refuse to get their shoes wet. You also collected gator hide for that hunter, which is less grisly than it sounds. The gator men are just carrying them around. It's kind of disturbing. Nice fishing spot. Okay. Fish in a sack. A slithering puke fish. Ew. Mucky worm fish. Sorted grease. What is it? What is sorted grease then? Oh, it's a mixing reagent for either potions or food. Like magpies and shiny objects, gators are compelled to hoard all of Grandfather's items. Grandfather's chair, Grandfather's disgusting bird bath, Grandfather's teeth, Grandfather's bags. Find a bundle of meat stashed in one of the bags. Apparently they have no need for money. You wonder how they're going to afford the rent on this place. That's odd. Nothing should grow in here. Is that a ghost? This is hardly the strangest thing you've seen in the last few days. It's still pretty weird. Looks like a ghostly man. Mostly, obviously, his head, but you can barely make out his body if you squint. You reach out to touch him, but your hand passes right through him. He doesn't attempt to respond to any attempt to get his attention. He seems focused on something you can't see to the left of that disgusting fly-covered meat hook. After a few minutes, the novelty wears off, so you get about your business. Unlike most of the hanging sacks that go in these places, this one is swarming with flies. Okay. Ghost is still staring intently at something. I apparently don't have whatever it is. Get in and put away their rocks when they're done playing. He's a good dog. Good weird dog. Push it. So many meat hooks. Pretty easy to make this song creepy by placing it in a disturbing context, but they really outdid themselves here. Building is way larger than it looks to me outside, full of sleeping gatormen. It's basically just a source of fighting gatormen, I guess. More gatormans. Whoop, not too late to turn tail and run, but there's no escape option. Oh wait, I can just walk away. Turn their tails into dust.
Why is he screaming? 3 stench damage to all enemies. Oh, wait. Gator screams, increasing all her allies' stats by 1 and reducing your parties by 1. That's not cool. That's not cool at all. These guys have way too many hit points. Boom. Oh, and now I've run out of item uses per turn. Oh well, I'm gonna slash me a gator. Slash him good.
There we go. Gator punch. Melee weapon damage up. Although by the time I've used my spells, I've usually... Whoa. Fascinating. I'm just... spooky. Can I leave? Yeah. So how about I check out that place with the ghost? Wait, what? I didn't leave the message up long enough for me to read. What's this do? Short and stubby finger of eldritch energy. Alright. Ghost is still intently staring at something. Hold on. Touch it. Okay, so will this make a portal here somewhere else if I point it north? I thought for sure I had figured that one out, but I was wrong. It's not letting me leave for whatever reason. There we go. Long and knotty finger. Maybe I should point them at each other. I have no idea what I'm doing. There we go. Curious, the tree is here. But wait, what? I can't see it twice, whatever. You're not alone in this place. Something, haha. Wait, I don't sound like that. I can see everything. I can see everything? What do you mean? What do you mean? In the portal. Huh? He's saying that in the portal he can see everything that ever was and ever will be, everything that is known to our world, this one, the next. Let me take a look. According to the floating man, all worldly knowledge is contained in this portal, a kind of super-terrestrial library. Only 6 XP? Lame. Your eyes bend to the writhing contours of the deep black star-smeared tunnel, preparing nervously to receive the sum of all human extraterrestrial knowledge. In the tunnel's bright center you see a field, a cow, and a cow suckling a puffin. The farmer is watching. Anything else in there? Doesn't seem like it. It's fine, but I was hoping to find all-world knowledge. Nothing you're looking for in there. I don't think that portal contains the sum of all worldly knowledge. I think it's letting you look at a farm where a cow is nursing a puffin and a farmer is standing nearby and watching. If you want to read that for yourself, you can. Okay, I don't think that portal. Oh, that's just me. You're really enjoying that, huh? Can't leave. You can't leave. Why? Midnight Man? Yes. Look, he won't even look at you. He's obsessed with whatever's going on in that portal. Midnight Man. So who's the Midnight Man? Huh. Who is the Midnight Man is what I want to know. Well, maybe I'll find him somehow, some way. This beast prefers books to strange obelisks. Well, I don't want to mess with things until I figure that out, but I'll figure it out later on. Let us head to Monster Shack. Suddenly a flock of shadow bats fly up out of the swamp, leaving not a single ripple on the surface of the water as they do. It's quite frankly the gothiest thing you've ever seen in your life, and you've probably fought actual vampires by now. You focus positive thoughts into your ring and zap the bats with bright beams of white light. Someday, when video games are invented, they'll be just like this. I don't have enough hobo knowledge, but I've probably sent a few more hobos in. Alright. Monster Shack. Inside you find not the decayed and crumbling tumble-down shack strewed with ancient wreckage you were perhaps expecting, but a maintained and fairly clean tumble-down shack strewn with 12 to 14-year-old kids. What are all you kids doing in the middle of the swamp? Why shouldn't we be? It's dangerous out here. Yeah, but this is where the monsters are. That's why it's dangerous. You believe in monsters, mister? Of course I do. It would be a real feat of cognitive dissonance otherwise. You've seen them? Oh, for real? Yeah, which ones? Fairies? Those don't count. Those guys are just weird jerks. We're looking for real monsters. I don't understand what real means in this context. Since you believe in monsters, you can join our monster squad. Otherwise, we can't tell you anything because it's secret. Okay, I'll join. Great. Nice to have somebody who reach the top shelf of the old bookcases we scavenged. That's it? I'm a member now? Yeah, we used to have a big ceremony where you had to repeat a vow and stuff, but it took too long and we're busy with our research. Come on in and have a look around. And I'll do that next time. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed, please like, comment, or subscribe, or not. I'm not the boss of you. Dozens of volumes of serial fantasy for young adults and older than average children. Monster of Provolone. Hey, nice, not bad. I'm not going to read all of them, but okay. Saga of Esther Griffin and Emil Hernandez. Jane Foster and the Chalice of Lightning. Edmund Wilson is the Challenge of Flame. Yeah, it's random word generator. But first, summons a cheesy ally. Old-timey fantasy novel about a mad scientist is a doom quest to create a perfect being out of cheese. Read the cautionary tale and take exactly the wrong lesson from it. Sure, tampering of forces beyond his control killed this mascarpone clown, but you're built different. Appendix to the back with a bunch of boring science detail. If you remember the appendix, the thing will be stronger. Okay, it's alive. Alright, let's investigate the kids at this here monster house. Kid is messing around with a weird mechanical contraption. What you making? Don't really know yet. I'm just kind of messing around with it because I'm taking a break from my main project. Hey, do you know anything about the chupanaranya? I try to avoid spicy food. It gives me the hiccups. Nah, there's a kind of monster that eats oranges. They're supposed to be from way down south, but I know there's one in this swamp somewhere. Unfortunately, no matter what kind of trap it keeps escaping. You want to try? Sure. Great. Feel free to use my workbench over there. I got plenty of spare pots and stuff. If you manage to catch it, bring me one of its nostrils as proof. A nostril? Not just the whole head or pelt? I don't want to kill it. Just want to prove it's out there. Okay, it's a specialty workshop. I can do all of this. I could not do all of this the first time. I have a perfect chupana trap. Okay. Hey there, are you into flies? Well, kinda. They're interesting once you get over the gross factor. Mostly I'm studying them because I'm really interested in the flyman. The flyman? Yeah, or maybe the man-fly. I haven't decided which way is better yet. So what is the flyman and or man-fly? He's a scientist who moved into the old Flemberg place. I did a little spying on him. I think he's trying to turn himself into a giant fly. Why would anyone want to do that? I don't know. That's what's so interesting about him. Huh. She looks at her feet and blushes a little. Also, he's really handsome. For now, you mean? Well, yeah, I'd like to meet him, but I'm too shy. Can you help me out? Sure. Thanks. I'll show you where his house is. If you meet him, bring me back a souvenir. Like what? Maybe one of his chest hairs? Wow. Okay. This kid has a ball cap with a sinister-looking triangle on it, and he's messing around with an elaborate homemade radio. Crap, he's a Bill Cipher worshiper. Hi there. Hi. Say you're a grown-up. Can you help me with something? I'm not buying you cigarettes. No, there's a swamp lady named Barbara Yagara. Everybody says she's just a fairy tale, but I know she's real because I've seen her hut right here in the swamp. But I don't know if she's the sort of swamp lady who eats kids or not. Swamp lady? Well, I don't want to call her a swamp witch or a swamp hag or stuff like that. It would be mean to judge her that way without me even having met her. Sheesh, kids these days. I'll check it out. Thanks. I'll mark her hat on your hut. I'll mark her hut on your sponge map. Anyway, bring her here. Bring back a feather to prove you met her, okay? She has feathers? I mean from one of her pet birds. This story says she has a ton of them. How do you know it's not an ordinary feather I found? You seem like a trustworthy person. Then why do you need proof at all? That's how quests work. You didn't mention the radio. What's that for? Oh, that's not related to Barbara Yagara. Yagara or anything. I'm just trying to find a station so we get some music in here. The reception in the swamp is terrible. Nice hat. What's the triangle? Thanks. It's one of the Great Pyramids. It's the Great Pyramids, or one of them anyway. Ever seen them? Only on your hat, not personally. Maybe someday you will. Big leather-bound tome. It's a list of vampire nests. It's like 400 pages long. Lots of vampires in this swamp. If you want to help, you can go clear some of them out. Might do that later. Kid is preoccupied with test tubes. What do you got there? Perfume samples? Kinda. This one's a combination of hydrogen sulfide and methane. Swamp gas. Common swamp gas, basically. Ew, what's the other one? Coffee, to clear the swamp gas smell out of my nose. Okay, why? Researching a creature known as the smell of the wisp. Only run into it once, but I have a good memory for smell, so I figure I can match its smell. That chemical mix will tell me more about it. Smell of the what? Wisp. It's a cloud of intelligent swamp gas. People say it's the ghost of a dead chili cook-off judge, but I think there's a more scientific explanation. You're telling me you're looking for an intelligent... The girl gestures sternly of a sign over her workbench. No fart jokes. Oh, come on. It's a smell of the wisp. No. Well, I don't know what to say then. If you're willing to help instead of making puerile goofs, I could use a sample. Okay, I'll go find the smell of the wisp. I got a nose trumpet. I smell through this? Yeah, just follow your nose. Sorry, here, take this. It should help you track the thing down. Alright. He's eating something. Hi there.
Hi.
I don't want to be rude. What's your deal, kid?
I'm a moss man.
You are?
Okay, not really, but I want to be a moss man when I grow up, so I'm eating this fertilizer. It's actually cornflakes. I'm just pretending.
Oh, phew.
Hi, yeah, I'm not crazy. Some people say I'm crazy for believing in the moss man, but I know he's real. I've seen him.
What's a moss man? A man made of moss?
Yep, he's all fuzzy and green. It's so neat. Hey, you should go see him for yourself. And then you bring back proof he exists. People will think I'm weird anymore.
Well, they might. Great. I'll go have a look. Great. I'll mark the place on your map. It's called Moss Rock Grotto. If you see him, bring back some moss as proof. One last kid. He's studying more intently than you ever did at his age. What you reading?
It's about Neanderthals and other early hominids. Unfortunately, I'm not finding anything useful in here.
What are you looking for?
The honey ape.
The what now?
You've never heard of it? It's a famous monster. It's a hairy primate or primate-like creature that's smaller than a human with human-sized hands. Most of the legends just call it big hands, but I'm pretty sure the big hands legends and the reports of the honey ape size are referring to the same cryptid.
That's interesting.
I know it lives around here somewhere. I just haven't been able to find it yet.
I'll help you look for it.
That'd be excellent, thank you. I found some of the prints and made a tracing once. That might help track it down. Try to get one of its fingernails as proof.
How will a fingernail be proof?
It's big as a human fingernail, obviously.
Alright. Well then, we've got a bunch of new quests. So yeah, we will figure some stuff out. This one's closest. Okay, you've actually walked into a huge swarm of gnats and flies, and they're buzzing super loud. And actually, they got a pretty good beat going. Are those tiny musical instruments? A locust with a fiddle? Join them. You swing your hips and give the swarm the old soft shoe and a jaunty whistle. The insects are super into it, and despite the fact you kill several of them every time you clap your hands, and when the show eventually winds to a close, they leave you a tip as they buzz away. This isn't such a bird bath as a bird dirtier. Fish in a sack. I need to sell these sackfish eventually. Revolting snapper. Into the sack it goes. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Slimy noodlefish. Oh, I don't have 16 hobo code. I think I've got 11 hobo code. You cautiously enter the spooky hut and discover it's actually really nice inside. A young woman with a rather twig-oriented hat greets you. Oh, hello. Please, come in. I don't get many visitors apart from the birds. I might be in the wrong place. Are you Barbara Yagara? That's correct, and you are... I'm Humboldt Goofenschmerz. A pleasure. Come in. Talk to her. This is a nice house. I was expecting something, you know, more witchy. Oh, you've heard the old stories. Ha! Those were at my granny. She was really into croning. Croning? Being a crone, you know, all the really old traditional magic stuff. She lived to be nearly 200 years old. When she passed, she left me the house, all her birds and so on. I see. Is that why you're here, chasing the old legends of Barbara Yagara? Not exactly. I met a kid who's into the old stories, but he was afraid you might be the child-eating kind of witch, so he sent me instead. Ha! That's adorable. I don't think I've ever eaten a child, but there's no telling what was in Granny's stews. I'm not sure if that was meant as a joke or... Sure. Anyway, I'm supposed to take back a feather to prove I've met you. Okay, I can't just give you one, though. Are you sure? Yeah, I have to give you a test. It's traditional. What sort of test? Well, it's all sorts of... A lot of work keeping this room clean with the birds and all. I'm getting behind on my other chores. Chores. Or you could fight me. Fight you? Granny trained all these birds to be killers, and I haven't been out looking for trouble like she used to, so they could use the exercise. Chores sounds more questy. What about the chores? I need you to muck out the bird bath out front, pick the ripe cattails out of my cattail patch for me. That's only 2 things. Isn't there a third thing? Of course, but I'll tell you that about after you finish the first 2. Great. You can tell the ripe cattails they look a little different, and I'm sure you saw the bird bath when you came in. Oh, there you are. Avoid your self-discovery. Alright. Clean out the bird bath. Sleeves and stench armor. Dang, good thing I've got such high ranks in both. You slop the filth out of the bird bath and hide it behind a tree where no one can see it. Alright. Pick the ones with spots on them, I guess. Such a complicated quest. That's a big one. Whoa, a Typha Panthera. Okay. Doot-dee-doot-doot. Oh yeah, I'll also put on the crab shoes because I was curious. How are the chores going? I've finished, and here's your cattails. Great, thanks. What's the mysterious third task? Go down to the basement and fetch a sack of birdseed for me. Basement? How do you have a basement in the swamp? It's weird, I know. I think Granny's magic keeps it from collapsing. It's also kind of scary down there. You have a flashlight, right? I have a flashlight. I highly doubt there's going to be a fuse box down here. Oh, it's broken beyond repair. I have to dwell in darkness. I need spooky armor? Okay. Elemental armor, spooky. There we go. Oh, no wonder my stench resistance stuff. I was wearing the veil. Okay. A shadow rift. Ooh. The bird speaks in an eerily articulate human voice. Is it what? Starve if you eat if. You need it rich. And she has... It need rich thee, and it have poor thee. Shadow the darker at infinity, then greater it is. Okay. I can't change... Part of the nothingness is missing here. I can't really up my mysticality in here. Hold on. My mysticality is 6? Wow, I've been... Well, that's not really my fault. Drink it. Yes, drink it. Alright. And... muscle by 1 and mysticality by 1. Anything gonna up my mysticality by more than that? Yeah, it's a potion. It's a potion. That's a food. I like my immunity to poison, but hey. I've got more spider eggs. Mysticality is 9. Ooh, awesome.
Okay, it is what? Starve you if eat you if it need rich and rich thee and it have poor thee. Nothing. The answer is nothing. Correct. Okay, that was obvious. It is what? Eclipse every shadow, every surrounds and beer your fills it. It for use know has shadow the through space and time and everything of begin. It's really hard to read this in gibberish. E. The answer is the letter E. It is what? Near is it. All consuming. Inevitable is it. The shadow. Okay, the last time I pinched one of these closed, I couldn't collect it. So I'm going to leave it alone for now. How long is this basement? I'm pretty sure you should have reached the back wall by now. Well, there's no law that says a basement has to be just as long as the... You don't particularly want to know what this puddle consists of. The scariest thing about this is the kerning. Turn back. Look, I got more spooky armor than I will ever need. Thank you very much. This must be the original Barbara Yagara's magic books. Unfortunately, it's dark as the inside of a dog down here. Go deep. The ground is shaking more violently. The walls howl, "Die, fool," as rocks fall from the ceiling, threatening to bury you alive. Well, there's the birdseed. No boss. Okay. Unless a boss showed up. Why is the wall bleeding? Yep. Oh, good. The wall is bleeding here. Unless there's something standing between me and the exit. Climb the ladder. I just realized since I've already pinch closed one of those things, I probably can't really do much about it. Probably can't complete whatever side quest it is. Hello, how are the chores going? Here's your sack of birdseed. You kind of undersold how scary it is down there. Sorry about that. Maybe I can learn a charm to keep the mice away. And the voices, the bleeding walls, that doesn't sound familiar. Maybe your flashlight was acting up. Anyway, here's the feather I promised. Okay. Thought maybe I could fight her anyway. Not out of violence, but out of, you know, training the birds and whatnot. Alright. I'm going to go ahead and call it here. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed, please like, comment, or subscribe.